Today I'm gonna make a video of a DXO optics. This is a photo editing software. So I've been looking for a software that can replace Lightroom because I don't want to keep subscribing to Adobe because you have to pay every month, and as a poor student, obviously I don't have money to pay every month to use some software that I don't use professionally. So if you have any suggestions that you heard of some software, or you use some software that is similar to Lightroom, it works pretty much like Lightroom, let me know, because I could really need that. So a while ago I found this free software, DXO Optics. I think it's a product of a DXO mark. The camera and lens comparison, the data analysis website. Anyway, they have this free version of this software, so I downloaded it. It seems nice, but I haven't used it a lot because it doesn't support Sony A6300. It only supports older model of the Sony. So as you can see, I found some sample photos. I dragged here, and only these four were wait a minute. Okay. All right. This is actually shot by Sony A6300. Okay, I take that back. All these photos are already edited. So I suppose that it doesn't support a RAW format from 6300, but it does support the JPEG after you edit it and after you already exported from Lightroom. So all these photos are edited in Lightroom quite a while ago. These two are shot by A7. These two are A6300. As for these photos, these are PNG, and I suppose that's why it doesn't read these files. Okay, so we're gonna just work on these two pictures. So alright, so if you shoot JPEG on A6300, you can still use this. So that's a good news. I may just unsubscribe from Lightroom and you just use optics if this works well. Since these are all edited, so there's not much to improve on and work on. I'm gonna just play around with all these things here, the exposure, the color, and etc., and just show you how does this software perform. And here we have a color temperature. This slider is very nice. It takes a while to adjust it. It's kind of a little bit slow. I don't know if it's because I'm recording or it's just always like this, but it seems that it's slower than Lightroom. Lightroom is instant. You drag it and you can see it immediately, the effect. Here you need to wait a little bit. There's a loading icon here. I will make it a little warmer just to show what you can do. Okay. Next, exposure composition. So basically this is adjusting exposure. Yeah, let's try pull it to the extreme. The lowest exposure, you can still see stuff and the picture is not destroyed. And the maximum exposure, everything's white, but still it's doesn't destroy the picture, so that is good news. Sometimes when you bump up the exposure, the pictures just get pixelated and noisy, but it doesn't seem to happen here, which is good. Alright, we bring back to normal. A little bit higher, 1 hertz. Okay, next one. DXO smart lighting. I have no idea what these are. So all these settings are, well, they are similar to Lightroom, right? But they all have different ways and forms to provide the control for you. Sometimes it can be confusing, especially if you don't use it much. Okay, I have no idea what these are. let's just try each one of them. You can see a slight difference, mainly in the shadow. Okay, I can't really tell. There's not big problem. I mean big difference. You can change the intensity here. It's pretty much a puzzle for me, this software. Like I really haven't used it. I haven't used it like more than 2 times in the past year since I downloaded this thing. But if I just get used to it, get a hang of it, maybe I can just replace the Lightroom. Let's try the contrast. Contrast is one of the very important settings you need. Seems nice, right? I can totally work with this. And there's a micro contrast. Wow. So this is kind of like a similar to bring up the clarity, like in clarity, but it's more subtle. It's more in the detail. I like this one. Unlike the clarity in Lightroom, clarity in Lightroom just make everything so exaggerated, so pretentious. This one kind of just focus on the detail. I hope I'm right. I can't really see. Okay, let's see. With this micro contrast and without this micro contrast. Oh wow, I can't see the difference. Okay. Okay, go back. Go back. Anyway, seems nice. Just judging by, you can see from the shadow the dark places. Here you can really tell the detail. When you bring it up, you can really see the contrast in the detail. Bring up the reflection there. So that's interesting. Look at here. Okay, here we bring it down and everything is dark. This is useful. This is very useful. All right, keep that in mind. But it does add some artifacts, some noises here, like this. It's unnatural, but I bet nobody's gonna zoom in all the way there to look. That is cool. Okay. Let's zoom back. Next one, color accentuation, vibrancy. This one we all familiar with. Saturation, of course. Let's have a look if they work the same way as the Lightroom. Bring out saturation to the maximum. Let's just have a look at the range. It's actually okay. Like usually you bring up the saturation to the maximum, the picture will look horrifically, I don't know how to describe that, but you know, the color is too freaking extreme. But this one seems acceptable, except the face is too warm. It generally looks acceptable. So it's pretty nice, interesting. Today this software blew my mind. Like in the past experience, I really thought this software was a little bit underpowered, but maybe I should give it another try. Okay, now we have the highlights, midtone, shadow, blacks, or you can use curve, I believe. Let's play with this a little bit. The highlight, midtone, midtone, sorry, go, midtone. Okay, seems nice, okay, good. Shadow, up and down, bring up the shadow, like this. Yeah, this works just like in Lightroom. Black, make it really dark. Heavy contrast. Okay, I don't like that. It's just a test. All right, noise reduction. Is it the 70 is default noise reduction? What's going on there? Let me zoom in, have a look. The noise reduction. If we bring it down, what happens? And bring it up to 100, what happens? Fish, I can't tell the difference. Okay, I seriously can't tell the difference. Can you tell the difference? Let me know in the comments. Next one, horizon perspective. Wow, this is oh wow, that's unexpected. Okay, you can just cropped in the picture. I guess it can be useful in some occasions, but now we can crop this just like in Lightroom. This is exactly like in Lightroom. Sweet, nice. I guess we can unsub from Lightroom subscription. We pay 10 euros less a month. Okay. Next one. Light and color, advanced, color rendering, generic rendering. I have no idea what these are, so we're not gonna touch them. Okay. Style, toning, black and white style, landscape, etc., etc. Portrait, does it make a difference? Yes, it does make a difference. It's kind of like a preset. Yeah. Another thing I want to explore is the preset it offers here. There's a question mark. Style toning lets you apply certain predefined effects. Okay, this is equivalent to preset, I suppose. Can you add your own presets? It'd be really nice. But here it offers only 4: black and white, landscape, portrait, and sepia toning. So it's really limited. I wouldn't pay for that service. Of course, they did not ask us to pay. Here's the curve. We can do the typical editing here, like this. Make the black really crush the black. Yeah, like that. Okay, it works just very fine. It works fine. It's very nice. It's very nice. It is very nice. Okay, this one, I think it deals with the separate color. Yeah, you can bring down the red, so it doesn't look orange. If you think the picture is too green, you bring down a green. It's also a very useful function. Oh my god, you see this artifact? Excuse me. One sec. I just saw the artifact here and it disappeared. I don't know if it's just a processing or yeah, it appears again. Here it is. I'll zoom in on this. If you bring up the saturation of the green all the way, it does create some super duper strange artifacts here. So that's not what we want. But I don't think anybody is gonna bring up green all the way up. But yeah, be careful when you use this software. Make the green darker, or you can choose the hue from here, right? So if I put it on red, it's gonna make a red. What's going on? It's not working. Oh, it's changing the hue. Okay. All right. Right. So you choose color here. You work on greens, and you can make the green turn into other hues, other colors, and then you change the hue. Yeah, I get it now. All right, that's very useful. I like it. Next one, unsharp and mask. So is it just like a sharpness? It's like general sharpness. Yeah, it's a general sharpness. It's really sharp. You bring up intensity. You can see from his face, this is crazy sharp radius. It'll be very grainy. Okay, you have a threshold adjustment. That's very interesting. Okay, I like it. So far, I like it. Yeah, it works just like Lightroom. It's just sometimes they have different name. I guess I can get used to that. How do I export a photo? How do I you can export here, export to disk, to JPEG, standard output, JPEG photo, blah blah. We'll need those. Where do we export to? The destination custom folder. We put it on in this folder, Lightroom export, ironically. So is it instantaneously exported? Let's check. Desktop, we have the Lightroom export. It's not happening. Oh, it's still exporting. Oh my god, you can see it from here. It takes a while. It's slow. It's definitely slower than Lightroom. I say it's definitely slower, much slower than Lightroom. Okay, I guess the job done. So that's good. That's good. That's really good. You can actually replace Lightroom with this. Good. Okay, let's get back to the editing. And after you export it, it has a little green check mark, so you know which one you have exported. That's very sweet. Since we have explored almost most of the settings, we have some left here. Detail and stuff. This is the sharpness. Next one, dust. What is this? I have no idea. Really, I have no idea. Okay. Okay, I'll explore that another time. I really don't know what that is. Here you have some optical corrections. This is distortion correction, and I shot this with 85mm, so there's not much distortion to work on. Vignetting, we can, yeah, this is to reduce vignetting. How do we add a vignetting? Wait. How do we add a vignette? Yeah, this is to cancel out. If you bring it up to 100, it's canceling out the vignetting you had on the lens. You cannot create vignetting effect here. It doesn't allow you to drag it backwards. Okay, what is this? Mid-field amplification. Have no idea. Okay. Never mind, it doesn't allow you to do the vignetting effect. Next one, chromatic aberration. I don't think there are a lot of chromatic aberration on this lens. So 85 is 85 1.8. It's a decent lens, very nice. Okay, I guess that's it. We now go to the Sony A6300 picture. This one, now we can test out the distortion here because this is wide angle. Actually, yeah, you can read it from the left here, all the basic information. I shot this on 24mm lens. This is actually the zoom lens on 24mm. I used the G lens 18-105. Okay, let's try to adjust this. I actually didn't have much distortion. If you add this, it actually makes it worse. What about pincushion? I can add a little bit of pincushion here. Just bring the subject closer to you. Yeah, why not? Okay, fisheye. Oh wow, look at this. No, this is crazy. Horrendous. No. and I suppose you cannot apply multiple corrections at the same time. That's what it means. Or what? Where was I? It's kind of confusing, all these settings once you click it off. Let's just get messy. Can't find my. Okay, let's go back to the top and just play with it a little bit more. Add a bit of contrast. Oh my god. Sorry, I forgot this is an exposure. It's not contrast. Oh, gee, this is contrast. Makes it contrasty. It's actually decent. Like first time I tried this software, it kind of the result was kind of ugly. Maybe it's because I didn't really understand which setting was for which. But now it seems to make sense. Alright, let's try to find something else. Okay, some preset. And oh, here is preset. How convenient, right? Portrait and landscape. These don't really look that different. Oh wow. Actually, if you want to, oh, that's interesting. Okay. Because this picture is a kind of a blend. It's very bright. It's just sky and water. So even if you apply the preset, you can't really tell the difference. So I'm gonna use another picture here. I'm gonna use this picture. This is another picture in the alley in Venice. Let's see. Oh, look at this. This is called London Night or light? Did it say night or light? Night. Okay. It's desaturated look. I'd love to see even more of the curve. Let's adjust the curve to where is the curve? Here. There you go. Yeah, it does raise the black here. What I want to see is a little bit of curve here, like that. That's very interesting. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of like an Instagram filter. Okay, so can you actually add new presets? Can you make your own presets? I actually don't know. You can Google it. If I can't find it, create a preset from current setting. Very nice. Okay, you don't have to Google it right now. This is called what do we call this one? I have no idea. This is a test. All right, and we go to another picture and we apply the test preset we just created. Here we go. Nice. Okay, I like it. So far, I'm very satisfied. I'm happy about the software. I would say this is totally underutilized in the past month. I should use this more, and maybe once I get used to this software, I'm gonna just uninstall Lightroom because this software is free. But keep in mind that it doesn't support a raw photo from A6300 straight away because it's a new model. It doesn't support that model. It's an old software. I think it supports only the old models. I don't really know exact year. But you can look it up on the internet. You go to DXO, the internet, the website. They have a list of cameras and lenses that they support. So there are certain lenses support and camera lenses they don't support. Just be careful. But as I said, these two are shot on 6200, and you can see from here. But they were already converted from RAW to JPEG. So I was able to load and edit this file. So even if you have a new model, you can shoot JPEG and edit JPEG here. If you are not super picky about the quality of your editing. You know, with the RAW, you can always push the limit. Anyway, that's it for this video. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope Hope to see you. So, bye.